Well, good afternoon, everybody. Coming to you live this week from the beautiful Lake Tahoe. Having a wonderful beach day here, enjoying, but I want to stay consistent with you guys and had a great question this week. So those of you in the group who do not know me yet, my name is Araya, and I am also known as Tana, which is my dragon name. There's a lot of information that I like to share with you guys each week and answer your questions. So if you have questions as you start your journey with the dragons, or you have experiences you don't know what to do with them, post them in the group. This is where we share stuff. This is where you know that you're not crazy. This is where you validate and learn more and expand yourself into the dragon energies and learn how to work with it more consciously. So a lot of people call me the Dragon Lady. I've been doing this for a long time. I wrote a book back 11 years ago now, almost 12. Wrote it back in 2007 called The Dragon Within, and it's been a great tool for a lot of people since then to actually begin to work with those energies consciously. So our question this week is, are there people that have an affinity for dragons, that they love them, they really are drawn to them, but for some reason they don't have any around? Have you ever done a client session where somebody felt like there were dragons around, or they really, really loved them, but you didn't connect with any that were around this person? So I want to address that, and Shaki, it was a great question, so I hope you come on live or watch the replay, because it's not been my experience that has happened. Hi Jane, good to see you. Hi Sue. Every client session that I have done, especially with the dragon readings, which is where we focus on what dragons are around you. Is it your personal soul aspect that's present and showing up? Is it your guide team? Do you have one or several dragons working with you right now, and how to connect with them more directly? So every dragon reading that I've done has been with someone that has come to me for that too. They know and feel them around, and they want to know how to connect with them more deeply, or they've been told that they're around by someone else, a healer or a massage therapist or someone they go to. So every situation like that, there's definitely been dragons around them. I don't think it would be very common that someone would be drawn or have an affinity or want to sense and experience them, and it wouldn't be the case if they're around, because there are so many dragons around right now in the energetic realms here, present to help serve, to help move us forward. Hey Shaki, this is your question. They're here in service. They're here to help push forward. So they are being big parts of guide teams. They are being very present, especially with those that aren't necessarily on their journey yet, that aren't awakening. It's a way for them to connect with them. So I'm going to share a photo later. We've talked a lot about the dragons in the skies, how prevalent they've been in the last year and a half especially. I walked up the beach to find a spot to do this live and sort of get all my stuff ready, and lo and behold, I looked up to the skyline and there's a magnificent dragon in the clouds just playing over there, almost as if to say, hey, I know you're talking about me, I'm going to check this out. And it's fun that way, and so I'll post that picture so you guys can see it later, because it's a gorgeous, gorgeous being. But no, Shaki, I'm not going to put it out of the realm of possibility, because for the most part I believe anything is possible. But it has not been my experience to have anyone show up that wants to know more about the dragons around them, and that there actually aren't any around them. I would say though that outside of my own experience with clients, could that happen? Could that be a possibility? And it could, if there's someone who is around someone who has a field of dragons that is picking up on that. If they're an empath, or they're picking up on some of that energy, they might sense or feel drawn to that, or be feeling that other person's emotions and not understand, if they have a roommate or a neighbor that's close by that loves dragons and they're very empathic but haven't awoken to that gift yet, they might actually be picking up on someone else's love for those dragons and interest in them, or affinity for them, that they're sort of tuning into and wanting to explore. In that case, they might not specifically have dragon guides, but I almost want to say that in that case, if they are empathic, they're going to be aware on some level energetically. They're already working in a higher plane, probably in their sleep state, and that their dragon team is probably finding a way to reach them through their neighbor, through their roommate, through someone around them that does have that team going already. So I know it sounds a little hazy or fuzzy or not necessarily a delineated line, but I think it's one of those subjects that really I haven't come across, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. So it was a great question, and I'm glad that's reassuring for you. Hello Hannah, good to see you. As far as other things going on with the dragons, I know you guys are all aware we've got an amazing group come together for Tibet I do have 2 spaces left. I told myself I wouldn't take more than 15 or 16 tops. We're at 14. So if anyone has been feeling that call, please message me immediately, because we have made the first plane reservations. I might still be able to get you in, but that's sort of folding into like finalized list. Going to be powerful. So if you've been watching these lives, if you've been participating in the group for a while, especially since last November when I did the energetic transmissions and activations from overseas, from Egypt and South Africa, I'm going to be doing transmissions again. So even if you can't be on the journey in Tibet, that journey is going to be very powerful, and there's going to be transmissions offered. I don't have the schedule of them yet, but I will put it out at least 2 weeks before the trip, so that if you want to get signed up for those and receive those, you'll be part of that energy field more directly, receiving that directly to your energy field from me, from where we're at. And it's a powerful way to get connected to it, to get more directly involved with that energy without doing the trip. So that's going to be coming up. Watch for that. And I'm really excited. We had our first book club meeting yesterday. Man, what a great group. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was my 4th round, and I looked in my records as I logged the video and downloaded it, that this is round 5 of the book club over the last 1.5 to 2 years. And that's pretty exciting. It's such a wonderful journey. And if you've missed this one or you didn't know about it, pay attention to some of the posts about book club and let me know that maybe you want to be in on the next one, because there's only 10 spots every time and it does always fill up, and somehow I always end up at 11. So anyway, let me see here. I've got a message coming in from Manuel. You have a message me later. I'm going to be in Sedona December 9th. Need points of interest and things to do. Very excited. Been there once before. Awesome, Manuel. So yes, Sedona. Why don't I address some of that now? I won't. Feel free to message me so I can give you some highlights. But we did do Sedona last fall. Had a very powerful retreat there, which is actually where the activations kicked off. So if you haven't seen those videos, I did a very powerful one that was very emotional for me, in connecting with some dragons there that were locked in the rocks. They needed to be awakened. It was a pair of brothers, 2 young siblings that had been separated from their mother, and it was my first time in Sedona that happened. So it might be further back in the videos, on the tab in the group under the videos. Go ahead and check that out, because there's one about Sedona. You can see the red rocks behind me. Very emotional. It will wake up a lot in you about meeting your own dragons in your land where you live, and how to activate or recognize them when you come across them. And the activations that we did starting there with my Dragonheart group last fall was a very powerful set. It was interesting to me to learn that in Sedona, any of the vortices that you go to now have been activated. The dragons are awakened and the greater grid connections are made, so that I find they're much more powerful now to a different degree, especially for those that are connected with the dragon energy grids. But there is, if you pay attention to where the vortices are, and this can be anywhere, even outside of Sedona, if you pay attention to where the vortices are, look in the land, because there's most likely a dragon either wrapped around it or with his head pointing straight to the vortice or to the vortex. He's watching. He's the guardian of that, and there's always a guardian dragon at any portals like that are energetic portals. So yes, Manuel, please message me. I'd love to give you a few highlights of which vortices were actually activated, so that you can go and maybe go to one that wasn't connected with dragon lines, go to one that is, and feel the difference, especially if you're super sensitive to energy. So with your questions, guys, please post them in the group. Please message me with them. I love doing these lives every week and answering your questions. And I've had quite a few discovery calls lately. I love doing those. If we haven't worked together yet and you're not sure what I offer, what it fits, what you're looking for, how to get connected with the dragons, that's what those discovery calls are for. They're free, they're 20 minutes, and we just go through what you're looking for in your journey and how can we get you to where you need to be. That's really what they're about, and they bring me joy because it's always another connection with another like-minded soul who I get to share the world with, that I get to share, my gift and what I'm here for, and help you open to what your gift is if you're not aware of it yet. And that's what I do through the whole Dragonheart program as well. So loving this. Let's look around the sky and see if there's any dragons. We've got 1, 2, oh my gosh. There's at least 5 or 6 dragons in the clouds behind me. I'll pan so that maybe you can see some of these guys out over the trees this way. We've got one up in the sky over there. Another big one right here. This is one of my favorite spots. I'm sharing from Lake Tahoe today. We're at Sand Harbor. one of the most gorgeous beaches I'm aware of. And new thing here, wow, be aware if you're coming, you got to get here early. They sell out by 10 o'clock in the morning in the summer because it's so beautiful and such a hot spot. So we lucked out, got up early, and got here and got a space. So I'm really loving having a beach day. But at the same time, God, I love technology that allows me to connect to you guys, to stay consistent with my Thursdays with you, and to interact and bring in that dragon energy into this beautiful place. Because I tell you what, the other one that was in the sky I'm going to send a photo of is directly over there. So I've got them all around me. Severine, please, I'd love to talk to you. I have something to share and maybe you can help. Absolutely, Severine, go on my, so anybody that's looking to do a discovery call and connect with me, you can either email it to me, Severine, if it's something that I can email back as a response, or if we need to actually talk about it, go on my dragonwithin.com site or my invokehealing.com site, either one. There's a book now button on any page. And when you hit that book now button, it goes to my calendar. And my calendar will show you any openings for the next 3 weeks for discovery calls, for dragon readings, for full sessions, for my 6-week program. All of those are in there and you can find a slot. If it's not in the first 3 weeks available, don't look beyond that. Just keep checking in a week or two because it only books up to 3 weeks out. I don't like to solidify anything that far out because I never know what the dragons are going to do or where they want to take me and if I have to block off certain days in my calendar. So absolutely, Severine, just connect with me however works best for you. Hello, Diane, good to see you up in Canada. So thanks for joining me today, you guys. I love being here, and please post your questions. And if I can serve you in any way, please reach out and email me, message me, or connect with me on a discovery call. That's what I'm here for, and I love, love, love connecting with you guys. So have a wonderful afternoon. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beautiful beach weather with all these beach goers out here. You can see some of the people swimming in the water and kayaking. It's just, I feel really blessed to be here. This is one of the beautiful things about living in Reno. This is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. So love you guys. Have a great, great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.